Hi everyone, in this video I will be covering a Canon build of the Qugh class Battlecruiser. So in Canon she's actually known as the Qugh class Destroyer, probably a misnomer by Gabriel Lorca, but yeah. Anyways, in-game she's actually known as a Miracle Worker, a Qugh class Miracle Worker Battlecruiser, and yeah. Gonna build her in the way that looks as canon as possible. So as for my all my other canon builds, I've removed things that she would probably not have in canon. So actually these three devices. Now I would usually use these in regular play as they're actually pretty good consoles, but I mean devices. But anyways, let's go into the build. So first up is Disruptor Beam Arrays. These are with the Discovery aesthetic, and these ones actually come with the ship, but they actually scale with you, and they're more powerful than MK12, usually rare and under, so they're actually pretty good. And I would have used sensor-linked Disruptor Beams, but those are extremely expensive on the exchange right now, so yeah. Maybe I'll get those if I bother to develop this character further. Anyways, Photon Torpedo Launchers also with the Discovery aesthetic. As for this stuff, I'm using the full Bajoran set, as some of these things are very complementary to my tank DPS build I'm going for on this ship. And they're re-engineerable, so hull cap ×3, turn rate ×3, and field capacity ×3. The warp core does not re-engineer. And one thing that's nice about the impulse engines is it allows you to use ramming speed at 90%. So that's fitting for Klingons. At the Miracle Worker ship, a universal console slot, so that gives me a total of 5 vulnerability locator disruptors, a DPRM has a very good console for survivability and damage, and it's relatively cheap on Klingons and Romulans compared to Federation, where you have to get the entire ship. The Nausicaan Siphon Capacitor for boosting disruptor damage, House Martok Defense Configuration Console as the Klingon-ish console, and it's pretty good for survivability. Turn rate console, 2 resistance consoles, and refracting energy shunt as it comes with the ship. As for traits, you guys can read through these if you want to, but I'll highlight on 2 of them, which is A Good Day to Die or Heghlu'meH, jajvam, or of course Klingon for It's a Good Day to Die, which allows me to use go down fighting at any hull integrity, and this is a trait that can only be used by tactical characters, and it scales to 50% integrity, and of course you get more and more you get to put out more and more damage as you take more damage, and last ditch effort to further boost go down fighting. As for spaceship traits, pretty standard for energy builds, and Legacy of Kronos, which boosts disruptor damage and firing cycle haste upon using attack pattern beta or temporal abilities. And this trait is different for each faction, as it boosts the standard energy type of the faction. So, of course, Klingon Disruptor, Federation Phaser, Plasma for Romulans, and Polaron for Termidars. Nothing too special for duty officers. And fittingly, this ship does not have much science, as it's a Klingon ship. I know there are Klingon science vessels, but those are usually developed by the Gorn. It has a high amount of engineering and tactical, and taking advantage of that, I put a set of emergency powered weapons 3, so that's going to boost my weapons pretty nicely, in conjunction with emergency weapon cycle. And as a Miracle Worker ship, while this is not canon, It does have a cyclical quantum slipstream drive, which is the second best in terms of speed, but overall is the best type of quantum slipstream drive, as it has the longest duration at 90 seconds and shortest cooldown at 30 seconds. So it's pretty good for a tour of the galaxy. Of course, the highest speed goes to the chronoton infused quantum slipstream drive on the, if you have the, I believe it was 2-piece set of from the multi-mission explorers. And as the Discovery era ship, the Klingon ship, it has the visual from the Cloak of Qugh. Well, it's not actually the Cloak of Qugh, it's a regular battle cloak. And most Klingon ships don't have a battle cloak, they only have a regular cloak. I suppose it's don't run away from combat thing. But during Discovery, Klingons used every available weapons, such as ambush, tactics, and good positioning. So anyways, let me show you the visual again, as well as the sound. Whoops, wrong button. So a nice menacing sound, and the visual is also pretty cool. So before we jump into combat demonstration, I'm going to talk about the design, as it's somewhat controversial. But I'll prove to you guys that this is definitely a Klingon ship. So first off, wires and tubing everywhere to give it a nice utilitarian combat look, which most Klingon ships have. She actually does have wings, so yeah. Her impulse engines are usually on the outer boards of her hull, which most Klingon ships have. Now highlighted by my evasive maneuvers. And her her warp cluster is at the very back in the center, just like the Klingon bird of prey. So this is definitely a Klingon design. And one thing I really like about the ship is that the top and the bottom look exactly the same, as there is no up or down in space, so that's nice, yeah. It's probably one of my favorite designs for Klingons in all of Star Trek. Okay, so for combat demonstration, we're gonna do the first part of Brushfire, which has a good amount of combat, and it's Klingon oriented. Let's get to it.
Fine. Your assistance on this mission is appreciated. Martin.
Okay, blah blah blah.
Metreon gas has a 4-kilometer blast radius.
And as shown during this mission, Klingons still use ambush tactics, so yes to battle cloak. And I'll be also using the Beacon of Kalis, so I don't know if this ship has one in Canon, but they use it, so I'm going to use it too. Alright.
All sorts of conditions are local conditions are blocked in all places. So you have no idea.
Ooh, getting some rubber bending there.
Sign of incoming ships. Still have the element of surprise.
Yes, element of surprise. How very Klingon. Well, I suppose it is the intelligence mission we're on right now, so... yeah, Klingons sneak around sometimes too, huh?
House Tor knows her things too. Up a sonar transmission from near the planet.
Patrol 3 hasn't reported in. Investigate it once.
We can probably ignore them. By the time they report, we'll be on the planet. We'll spot them.
We are Klingon. We deal with them. Alright, that's the end of that for combat demonstration. And pretty much the end of this video for a Canon build of the Qugh Battlecruiser, my favorite design in all of Star Trek. I mean, favorite Klingon design. I definitely have better, I definitely like other ships more than this. But anyways, thanks for watching. Please subscribe and ring the notification bell to be notified of future videos. If you want to support me through Patreon, that's in the description below. See you guys next time. Actually, let me just finish this guy off.
Those ships will be missed. We should have asked quickly.
Right. Alright. See you guys next time. Bye!